Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
I wanna be next to you.
Wake your ass up, fool. Johnjay and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? Johnjay and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to Johnjay and Rich. Wake your ass up.
Johnjay and Rich. Heidi, good morning.
Good morning.
What's going on?
I have a question for Kyle.
Okay.
I remember a long time ago you had mentioned using Q-tips to clean your nose out in the morning.
Yes.
And so I've been trying that, right? And how do you not get fuzz in your nose? Because I'm constantly, like, tickle, my nose goes tickle, and I pull fuzz out, and I'm like, ah! So how do you not get fuzz in your nose?
That is so funny and probably kind of gross, so I'll try to be, like, not gross in the answer. Like, I feel like your nose is clean. If you're getting fuzz, your nose is basically clean. Because I feel like when it's not clean, the fuzz doesn't stay in there, and you know what's in there just comes out.
Oh, what a good sign.
I'm just using Q-tips just to fuzz my nose.
Yeah, either that or like maybe it's like too dry. Maybe your nose is too dry, and so if you definitely feel something's in there, like I would get the Q-tip a little wet before you put it in, not after.
Okay.
Don't do it after. That'd be gross.
Okay,
so
perfect.
funny.
Thanks, Heidi. Thanks for listening.
Thanks a lot. You guys have a good morning.
You know, since Heidi called about a question for Kyle, I'm looking at the text line, and there's a couple other questions for Kyle.
What?
Yeah, the new segment, Questions for Kyle. Time for Questions for Kyle. Questions for Kyle. Johnjay and Rich, a while back, Kyle was talking about a weight scale that Fish, her husband, uses that tracks everything. Can you tell us the name again?
Yes, it is the Hume, Hume scale.
Hume.
Hume.
Here's another one. 505 number. Johnjay and Rich. Kyle, can you tell us what 3 meals your husband ate every day for a year?
Oh my gosh, let me see if I can remember. So I'm not really sure what he ate for breakfast, but lunch was literally like a weighed out turkey roll-ups. Literally just like a bunch of turkey roll-ups.
Oh, like with the little...
Nothing inside of them,
oh.
just the turkey.
No cheese? No.
Oh, no, he doesn't do cheese. And then I don't know what he did for dinner, because at that point in our lives, we were not dating, we were just friends at work. So I would see him with his lunch, and then I would see him with his he had a folder where he would write down everything, and he would write it down. And I'm like, if you eat the same thing every day, why do you got to keep writing it down? It was just his system, but he did it.
So wait, if you knew that about him, like that's kind of crazy. Like I think people who write down their stuff in a folder like that, you're a little cuckoo. But it's like, how did that not turn you off?
Because I think it's like I respect that work. You know what I mean? I respect the ethic in it. Like
plus now it's MyFitnessPal. Now you have an app.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so if you have any questions for Kyle, questions for Kyle, send us a text, JJR, and whatever your question for Kyle is to 96893.
Missed a part of the show this morning? No worries. It's all there on iHeartRadio.
Kyle, what do you got for 3 things we need to know?
A new study suggests the length of your fingers, specifically the ratio between your index and ring fingers, may predict how much alcohol you consume. So they found those with longer ring fingers compared to index fingers tended to drink more, especially in men. The finger ratios are thought to reflect hormone levels in the womb, which means the roots of your drinking behavior may have been influenced before you were even born. With egg prices still ridiculously high, and sometimes the eggs are all gone in the store anyway, people are looking for alternatives when it comes to coloring Easter eggs. I've seen people dyeing marshmallows, potatoes apparently can be fun. Some are even coloring onions. There's all kinds of ideas on social media. And of course, you can scrap the coloring and just use plastic eggs. But if you don't want to break tradition, you're not alone. They found 54% of people say they'll never stop dyeing Easter eggs. It's a tradition, just like decorating the Christmas tree. Now, not sure if you saw it on social media yesterday, but Subway announced the next foot-long offering on their menu will be Doritos Nachos. They include the nachos with all the toppings. You can add chicken or steak for free, although, of course, avocado is extra. But they look absolutely delicious and will be in store for a limited time. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Peyton, what's the vibe today for horoscopes?
I'm telling you the zodiac sign that would make the best and the worst roommates.
Good morning, Clive. What's your sign?
I'm an Aries, man. My birthday was last week on the 26th.
Ooh, happy late birthday, Clive. I'm going to tell you if you're going to be a good roommate or if you're like the worst roommate. So when it comes to you, Aries, you are the human hurricane. Aries, you live in chaos and you thrive in it. You're going to leave a mess, forget to pay the bills, and blast music at all hours. You are the type to throw an impromptu party on a Tuesday night and say, oh, we're sleeping? My bad. If you need structure, do not have an Aries in your life. Or at least as a roommate.
Some of that is accurate. I mean, I am like 3 cans short of a 6-pack, so I get it.
I hear you.
All right, Clive, thanks for listening.
Hey, take care. Have a good day.
You too. Hi, Stephanie. What's your sign?
I'm a crazy Cancer.
Yes, you Cancers, you are crazy, but we still love you. So I'm going to tell you if you are going to make the best or the worst kind of roommate. So when it comes to my Cancers, you're the passive-aggressive roommate. Cancers, you are so sweet until you do something that someone doesn't like or that you don't like. Then if you're living with them, they're slamming cabinets, you're sighing dramatically, you're accidentally leaving notes like some people don't know how to clean up after themselves. They won't confront you directly, but you will feel the tension from a Cancer. They're the type of roommate where if you leave dishes in the sink, they're going to take that dish and put it in your room.
Well, that's not evil.
Have you done this before?
You sound guilty.
I've done it to my husband before, yeah.
That's funny.
All right, Stephanie. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, Ruby. What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Okay, Taurus, I'm going to tell you if you are the worst roommate or the best roommate. And lucky for my Taurus, you are a good roommate. You're the cozy provider. Taurus will turn your place into an HGTV dream home. They'll keep the fridge stocked, the vibes immaculate, and probably have candles burning at all times. The only problem, though, with the Taurus, if you touch their stuff or mess up their routine, they're going to hold a grudge on you forever.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Don't touch my stuff.
Totally, I feel
See,
that.
she said that before.
Yeah.
I did. Very good at that.
Thanks, Ruby.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
How about for Pisces as a roommate?
Yeah, Richie is our Pisces. Rich, you're an emotional wreck as a roommate. Pisces will definitely be crying in the kitchen at 2 a.m. over something you don't understand. They'll borrow your stuff without asking. They'll leave half-empty coffee cups everywhere and have zero concept of personal space. They're lovable, but they're a disaster.
None of that fits me.
But
per
if it's
se.
Stacy, half-empty
It
coffee
actually
cups
does fit her.
everywhere.
Yeah. In
You
fact,
told us how you feel about that.
I usually count for her. I said, guess how many cups today on your nightstand?
You better
I'm
leave
sure
her
that's healthy.
alone. That's so annoying.
No, it's kind of a game. And she's like, there were 3. And I'm like, there were 7. But okay.
So then specifically, this works for the female Pisces.
I guess so.
so,
Yeah, that
yeah.
does really fit her.
All right, what do you got for Libra?
Libras, Kyle, when it comes to you as a roommate, you're the best. You're the social butterfly. Libra will keep the apartment cute and drama-free. They're chill, fun, and always down for a wine night. The downside, though, is they hate confrontation. So instead of telling you they're mad, they're just going to start acting slightly different and hope you figure it out until you're walking on eggshells when they're roommates with you.
That seems accurate.
Yeah.
It's like, because then you cause all the kinds of issues. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't like your boyfriend staying here all the time.
How about Virgos?
Johnjay, you're the responsible one. Living with a Virgo is like living with a professional organizer. They'll always pay the bill, keep things spotless, and probably color code the spice rack. The only issue is they don't live up to their standard of cleanliness. They will judge you silently but aggressively. And as I'm like giving you your sign right now, I just saw Kyle and Rich just look at you about how inaccurate this reading is for you, because I don't believe this. I feel like this is Blake.
But I do enjoy that you don't live up to your own standard of cleanliness.
Yep.
That's
Which
true.
I do think is true.
That's
that does
very
go.
true.
Yeah.
I also do pay the bill.
Hey, look at that.
Your wife pays the bill.
Yeah.
How about for Leos?
Leos, we are the diva roommate. Our apartment, that's a Leo stage now. We take forever in the bathroom, expect them to be our personal hype person before we go out, and we never clean because why would we? Also, our stuff slowly takes over shared places. So if you live with a roommate or if you live with a Leo, good luck. And that's like so true.
It is?
For me. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at cleaning. Kadeem tells me, like, he's like, you're pretty perfect, except for you don't know how to clean.
I guess I would take that. I mean,
Yeah.
And like when I do clean,
you
he's
can
like,
farm that out, really, you know.
well, yeah, but when I do clean, he's like, you missed a spot. Like, why would you like start? And like for me, when I clean, I start in one spot and then I'll go move to a different spot and not finish the spot that I started.
So his parents made him clean before he could go out and play on Saturday morning.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
that was a thing.
Yeah, same with my family.
Not for me.
That's when your boys and your parents make you clean before you go play. You carry that without your whole life.
I feel so bad for him.
I've tried to not make the bed. I cannot leave without making the bed.
I told him yesterday.
So
I
what do
was
you
like,
do, just tuck your wife in?
Well, I mean, I do actually. Ask her. I make the bed around her so it doesn't look as messy before I leave. I pull it looks like it's half made.
that's funny.
So that we shouldn't have to work as hard.
If we didn't get to your sign, they're all posted on our website, johnjayandrich.com. Good morning, Daisy. Thanks for holding. What's up?
Hi, I wanted to pitch in an idea for you guys with the Couples Therapy podcast.
Our new Couples Therapy podcast. As a matter of fact, last week was the first one. It was Rich and Stacy. This Sunday at 10 drops Peyton and Kadeem. What's your idea?
Okay, so I listened to Stacy and Rich's. It's beautiful. I loved it very much. The personality Stacy has is wonderful.
She's awesome.
And then, yes, she is also. Well, so are you, Rich. And then I was thinking, you said you wanted to do couples, right? But then obviously, eventually, in a few months, you're going to run out. So I was thinking, why not do like maybe the wives? And so like, for example, maybe Blake and Stacy, Kadeem and Fish sit down.
That would be fun.
That's fun.
You know what?
Maybe we
Kadeem can teach Fish how to like say hello to each other.
I mean, yeah, I know. Actually, Kyle and Fish do come up at the end of Kadeem and I's podcast. He has a lot to say to me about something I did. Anyway.
Well, okay, Daisy. Let me. Like, that's a great idea. But the idea of the couples podcast is then Rich and Stacy will do another one when the time comes. Like, we're going to continue to rotate everybody. Do you know?
Yeah, or
it's
like like producer Nick and his wife Caitlin, or Grant and his wife Caitlin, not the same people.
Right. But but what I'm saying is, then after everybody's gone, then they'll start again.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be many couples therapies with Rich and Stacy, many couples therapies of Kyle and Fish, many couples therapy of Blake and I. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's a very wonderful idea. But I also would like to see, like, what is it like? What are the two Caitlins in the back going to say about their husbands working?
Oh, that's good.
You know, you know what I mean? What is it like being married to you guys? What is their take when you guys leave? What do they do? What you know what I'm saying?
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Rest assured, though, Daisy, my wife Stacy is already making notes because she's like, next time we do this, I'm going to bring this up. So she's ready to go. She's got, her gun loaded with topics.
You know, I just thought it was so funny. I don't watch, I think it was Love is Blind you guys were talking about a little bit.
Oh, The Bachelor.
The Bachelor, yeah. And I don't watch it, but she had a hot take on the guy that didn't pick the young lady. Anyways, I listened to the podcast, long story short, went about my life, and then TikTok comes up and shows me that exact same clip.
Of course it did.
That's crazy. But anyways, I love you guys, and I just thought that would be a really cool idea, maybe to get some background, like behind the scenes, but from these spouses and see what they have to deal with,
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea.
Speaking of couples podcast, this Sunday drops the second one, and it's Peyton and Kadeem, and this is a little clip of the podcast.
I know you were like, you had mixed feelings about coming on the podcast.
Have we started?
Yeah.
Well, I had a question before we continue.
Okay.
Am I getting paid for this?
No.
Okay.
He sounds like Kendrick Lamar, and he looks like Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Are you dating Kendrick Lamar?
He was like, am I getting a check? I said, no, you're doing this because you love me, so thanks.
What a good sport, though.
Yeah.
He just trusted you, walked into it blind.
He
and
really
went
did.
for it.
And like when I tell you guys, like that man is a man of very few words. Like this was a very difficult thing for us. But it was fun, and I'm excited. Now that we got, our feet wet, we're good to go.
All right, it's the Couples Podcast. You can find it wherever the Johnjay and Rich On Demand podcast is. So if you're listening to this podcast right now, it'll be right there. It's the Couples Podcast. It drops Sunday at 10 a.m. Yes, Grant?
Oh, I have a great idea for a podcast.
What?
It's called Vision Quest with Grant.
Uh-huh.
And then each one of you comes out to the desert with me and does mushrooms. And then we just record and just see what happens.
And then we go to prison.
And then we all get in big trouble, guys. So, yeah, tune in next week for the Vision Quest podcast.
The Couples Podcast drops Sunday, 10 a.m., wherever you get podcasts. Johnjay and Rich on demand.
If this world were mad.
It was supposed to be the start of a beautiful relationship, but somebody screwed it all up. Second date update right now with Johnjay and Rich.
Johnjay and Rich, we do second date update every Tuesday, and sometimes we have to do emergency second date updates or whatever. And Samantha, apparently, did you shoot an email to Peyton? There was something going on in your world where you needed a second date update, right?
I did, yeah.
What's the story?
So, I just got out of a really long, bad relationship, and a few weeks ago, I went on my first date. I met him on Tinder, and everything went great. We went back to his house, we had drinks, we, did things, and everything was awesome. The next morning came around, he took me home. We texted from then on out for a week straight, all day long. He would call me, everything was fine. And then I go out with my sister for her birthday, so I get a little bit drunk, and he is off on a trip with his buddies, riding ATVs or whatever, and but he's still texting me, so I ended up drunk texting him that night while he was sleeping, probably 10 or 12 texts and pictures, and I was just saying hey, call me, I want to talk to you. I think I said at one point, there's a bar full of people here and I just want your attention. And so the next morning he never texted me or called me, and I think I texted him and said, hey, I'm really sorry, I was really drunk, whatever, and I just got nothing. So he ghosted me.
What kind of pictures did you send?
Just cute ones, just cute selfies from the bar.
How was it? You guys said you said you hooked up, right?
Yeah.
Was there chemistry? Was it you know what I mean? Maybe he was trying to.
I felt like there was.
Okay.
Best sex I've ever had in my life.
Oh, wow.
Did you spend the night?
I did, yeah. And then we hooked up again the next morning.
Dang. Okay, so then if you're him, he's with the guy's ATV and he's getting these texts, and you said, I need your attention. I think that could, this is one of those things where we should call him, because it probably could be cleared up when he hears the tone. The way you told it to us, it sounds almost adorable.
Yeah.
But if you're him and you get a text and it's all caps and it says, I need your attention, I'd be like, dang,
right.
chill.
Stage 5, clear.
Right.
It could also be maybe he didn't have service. If he's on ATVs and stuff, he could be out of the dunes, which sometimes service really sucks out there.
But then they come in.
Yeah.
How long has it been since
At least he's still out in the dunes.
How long has it been since you drunk texted him? Since he ghosted you?
How long has it been?
Yeah, when's the last time you heard from him?
It's been a week.
Okay. We have his number. So, do you care if we call him?
No, yeah, I do it.
Okay, you know how this works, right? You stay quiet.
Yep.
I mean, could he be married? Did you go to his house or your house?
I did, yeah. No, I went to his house.
Oh my gosh, I hope he's not married on
That'd be
Tinder.
terrible.
All right.
He did make me leave, though, when his baby mama came to pick up his kid.
Wait, so his kid was at the house?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait. How old is his kid?
6.
Okay, so you went back to his house and the kid was in the room sleeping?
Yeah.
Okay, was there a babysitter?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, so then he's like, baby mama's coming, you gotta go.
Yeah.
But he drove you home.
Yep. And I even texted him after he dropped me off, and I was like, hey, this might be really uncool of me or whatever, but I like you, and I hope you feel the same, but if you don't, let me know. We're too old for games. And he said, I feel the same. He said, absolutely. And he had my name down in his phone as my Sam. Things were going so good. I just don't know what I did.
Let's talk to him.
I want to know. I need to know.
Nick, can you call him up real quick?
Okay.
You stay quiet.
Let me tell you one more thing.
God, what?
There is, he did text me. When I texted him at the bar, I said, you suck. there's so many people at this bar and I just want your attention. And he said, through the last text I ever got from him, he said, if you want their attention, go get it.
Yeah, because you wrote you suck. So you probably...
No, because she's you're reading it, making it seem like these guys are hitting on me and you're not giving me attention.
Right.
So I almost think we call him up, and it's not even like a second date update. We call him up, we need to clear some things.
Yeah.
You need to hear some things. I think there's some...
Right, miscommunication.
The tone in the text was read wrong.
Oh, I'm excited about this.
Yeah. All right, so can you so you stay quiet real quick, okay, Samantha?
Yep.
Hello?
Hey, Derek.
Yes.
Hey, this is Johnjay and Rich. We do a radio show, and we want to see if we can talk to you about clearing up some miscommunication, if we can, on our radio show.
Well, okay, in regards to what?
Well, it's in regards to a person in our life, in your life, and we feel that some texts were read wrong. And so I want to know if we could talk to you about it on the air, because we think there's two really good people involved, but something's just kind of misinterpreted, if we could.
Do what now?
Yeah, it sounds confusing.
Can we talk to you on the air about some text messages?
Yeah,
it's probably all good.
Can we talk to you on our show about some text messages?
Sure, I guess.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay, so here's the deal. We're calling about Samantha.
Okay.
Okay. She told us everything, and when she read us the text messages she sent you, and we feel that maybe the tone was read improperly because she really likes you and she told us the whole story. So can we get your point of view on your date with Samantha? Because you ghosted her, and we just wanted to follow up.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was like super quick. There was drama, and I don't want no damn drama.
100%. I get it.
That's what we thought. But what's the drama? Because we feel like the text messages could have come across as like stage 5 clinger, maybe to you. But when she said them in her tone, we felt like it was she was trying to be like cutesy and flirty with you.
Like she's in the bar with all these people and she's like, hey, I want your attention. And as soon as she said that to me, I was like, oh, bro. He's like, okay, if all these guys are hitting on you, go be with them. But I don't think that's what she meant.
Yeah, but still, right? So, she's in the bar every night. I mean, pretty close to every night. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking for that. I mean, I'm not looking for a bunch of drama. I don't want somebody that's always in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
totally
that makes sense. But have you talked to her about that? Like, it seems like you guys like each other or liked each other enough. So, like, would that be, hey, you're in the bars all the time. I'm not really looking for that. Maybe we can hang out and have a night in.
Well, no. So I only met her one time.
Right. So it's a little too much.
Okay.
You don't have to think about it?
Okay.
No.
So would you be willing to see her again?
I don't know.
Well, could we patch her through to talk to you?
No, I'm at work.
Oh, you're at work. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
just know that I think if you were to communicate that with her, I feel like she'd be totally open to be like, I don't need the bars.
Johnjay and Rich, bro, you want to say what's up?
Hey now.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
How y'all living?
Living the dream.
Hey, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to hang up with you. You go back to her, but we're going to tell her to reach out to you. Is that okay?
Sure, whatever makes you feel good.
All right, brother. All right.
Hey, can you guys send me a damn T-shirt or something?
Yeah, you got it. We'll send you a Love Up T-shirt. All right? All right.
All right.
All right, brother. Hold on. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yep. Later.
All right. Samantha,
Yeah,
did you hear all that?
I did. Heard every word.
So you didn't tell us you're at the bar every night.
I'm not at the bar every night. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am not at the bar every night. It was literally my sister's birthday. Right?
Okay.
I think I went to the bar one other time that he knew of.
Okay.
I don't even know where he's getting that.
Well, he just...
Anyway, it had been my birthday. It was the time before that.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I like him.
Yeah.
So
Well, she does too, obviously.
So why don't you wait like a half hour or something and see if he texts you? And if he doesn't, why don't you shoot him a text going, hey, I talked to Johnjay and Rich.
I even think a half hour is too soon. I think you got to wait it out at least till half the day.
Yeah, I think I should wait till maybe like later when he's not working.
Yeah,
okay, when he's
text
not
him
working,
when he's off.
But let him know that you talked to us.
Okay.
Like smiley faces,
I really
watch your
wanted to say
tone.
something.
What?
I said I really wanted to say something. I wanted to jump in.
That's okay. You did the right thing.
Yeah.
You did the right thing.
He's working. He didn't want to stay away from drama. I get it now.
Yeah, and like now you know, and so now when you text him, you just be like, "Hey, I talked to Johnjay and Rich. I totally understand why you feel the way you do. I really like you. I thought we had some great chemistry. I want to work on it. I want to see where this goes. Let's try it
You
again."
be careful about like making him think you're too serious
Exactly.
too quickly.
Yeah. Agreed.
You know, like,
texting.
hey, I talked to Johnjay and Rich.
Yes.
Like, I want you to know, like. There's a total miscommunication.
Yep.
I'm not trying to be drama. Like, I'm not out at the club every night. It's like my sister's birthday. I
Right.
think that warrants a trip.
That's good.
A trip to celebrate, but like, hopefully we can hang again because
Meet
I
for
feel
lunch or
like we had
something.
some great chemistry.
Yep.
And can you come over for Easter brunch?
Do you want to meet my family? How many babies do we have?
All right.
Let's go to church.
Yeah.
All right. Keep us posted, okay?
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank
Samantha.
you.
Okay, bye-bye.
It wasn't a no, right?
No, it wasn't a no.
Yeah,
that was good. This is
Text
good.
him later today. Okay, bye.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday.
Johnjay and Rich.
Entertainment Weekly put together a list of the best reality stars of the 2000s.
Wow.
And as I was going over this list,
I only got one choice.
I was sitting there going, wow, oh yeah. What's your one choice?
Boston Rob.
Oh my God, Boston Rob is number 10 on this list.
Yeah, you should be.
Do you guys remember Boston Rob?
I have no idea
I
who that
barely
is.
remember Boston Rob, except he got so famous from Survivor that they put him on like The Apprentice. They put him on a bunch of other shows.
He's on The Traitors like this new season too, which is a great show.
So
too.
that's why he's top of mind for you.
Well,
And he
yeah,
also
but-
married the girl that was another Survivor contestant.
But he's been on The Challenge, he's been on Survivor a few times. He's been in the Big Brother house. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. He's like a professional reality show
Yeah.
person.
That's kind of what they do. I feel like if you blow up on one show, they ask you to be on all the shows.
Well, yeah, I'll watch The Challenge because of the people I recognize from other shows.
All right, so Boston Rob's number 10. Okay, so I think number 1 will surprise you, but who else do you think is on that list? The number 1 reality star of the 2000s.
Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie are number 8.
Oh, okay. Well, then Kim Kardashian could also be on there. 'cause
Kim
she was
Kardashian
keeping up
not in
with
the top 10.
What about Carrie Underwood?
Carrie Underwood not in the top 10. I will tell you, Kelly Clarkson and Justin Guarini are number 4 from American Idol.
Okay.
Snooki is number 3.
Oh, Snooki.
Oh my gosh, of course.
Jersey Shore, duh.
Trista Sutter. Anybody? Don't say Rich. Anybody remember Trista
She was
Sutter?
the Bachelorette.
I have no idea
was
that
the
Trista
is.
and Ryan.
Yeah. They listen to our show. They live in Colorado.
I think they're like one of the only ones that are still married.
For real. And they still look awesome, too.
Yeah.
Some of these people are still relevant. I mean, Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag. They're number 6. They were just all over the news. Ozzy Osbourne, number 9. Number 1 and 2 are the same person of the top best reality stars of the 2000s.
Dr. Phil.
Nope. Just keep going. Let me just guess. 'Cause I don't think
Maury.
Maury.
Yeah, the guy.
Maury?
Maury.
He's a host of a
Maury?
reality. That's not a reality show. That's a talk
Wait, give
show.
us a hint so we can like guess closer. Was it like an MTV reality
Oprah.
show? Was it a contest reality show?
What about Richard Hatch?
Was it a sports reality show?
It was there was a couple of different versions. It was a dating show. But then there was I think
Flava Flav.
Flav.
Yeah.
Flav. Yeah.
Was I right? Yeah, boy.
Flav.
Brett Michaels?
He was in
Awesome.
he was in the Surreal Life.
Yeah.
Flavor Love.
Yep.
Right. So
Heck
Flavor
yeah.
Flav is the number 1 reality star of the 2000s.
No argument there.
Flavor Flav.
I love him. He's cool with his little clock.
It's Johnjay and Rich. So Peyton just told us that she listens to the Hannah Montana soundtrack weekly. Weekly, and you're not ashamed of it.
Not ashamed.
No. So 877-937-1047. We want to know, what do you still do that you're still a fan of, but you're not ashamed to admit? Jessica, good morning.
Hi there.
Hi. So what do you do? You're not ashamed to admit that you did it when you were a kid and you still do it now.
So when I was a preteen or teenager, the Teletubbies came out. And I just remember thinking they were so weird and kind of like the macabre that I was like, I can't believe this is a kid's show. But I ended up finding them fascinating. Actually, I don't know if you guys remember, but back in the day when the dolls first came out, if you pressed their stomach too many times, they would basically malfunction and say bad words. So I don't know. They were just weird and wacky. And even though I was too old for them, I kind of loved them. And I recently saw the TV show come on cable recently, and I watched a couple episodes of it.
Back to back.
Weird.
Just you binge watch Teletubbies as an adult?
Yep.
That's
yep.
awesome.
I was bored in a hotel. So
Oh yeah, that's good. That's the best place for that.
That's good. So it doesn't necessarily have to be something you did as a kid. It's just something that you do that maybe you're not ashamed to admit, but it's kind of like, dang, man, what are you doing, right?
People
right?
may judge, but you're into it. It's fine.
Right. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jessica.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Casey, good morning.
Hi. I still sleep with my blankie, and I love my blankie.
Is it the same one from when you were a child?
It is. I think there might have been a refresh back in like my toddler days, but it's the same one since then. I'm 35 now.
That's cute.
It's held together?
Oh, no. It looks like crap. It looks absolutely torn up. It is clean, though.
That's awesome.
I hid it when my husband used to come around before when we were dating. I would, like, put it away when he would stay over, but then he moved in, and I'm like, you know what? You need to know that this lives in my bed. Don't touch it. Don't lay on it. Don't use it. This is mine. And I am very protective over it. So, and I will be forever.
Thanks, Casey. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks.
Daisy, good morning.
Hey, how are you?
Is there something you do as an adult that you're not ashamed to admit, but it's a little embarrassing?
Yeah, I'm completely obsessed with wrestling, WWE, and spent incredibly huge amounts of money, buy T-shirts. I've bought a $500 belt, go to live events. I preach about it like it's church to everybody, get everybody invited. I just convinced my wife to upgrade to a 75-inch so I can watch the pay-per-views.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I got me a title. I sent you guys a picture. I got me a $500 title, too, a replica.
Over the belt?
Yeah, I wear it all over. I wear it around. My wife really tries to control me because I really want to wear it to, like, the kids at school, everywhere.
Yeah, you should wear it, like, out to dinner or, like, on a date or something. That'd be sweet.
Okay, I'm going to play this for her because shouldn't I be able to wear it everywhere?
Yeah, I'll tell you why. Because
it's a conversational piece.
You will meet people that feel like you do, and you will make new friends right away. And you look cool wearing it.
T-shirt. Yeah, and I have a T-shirt for every wrestler. I listen to all the podcasts these guys do with the wrestlers. I'm super obsessed, yeah.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
CM Punk.
Oh.
Huge right now.
You know, I worked out with him one time.
Did you really?
Yes.
Do you have his number still? Or
No, no. I was at the gym. It was supposed to be a group workout, and the other 5 guys didn't show up. It was just me and him. And I didn't know who he was till after they had explained to me, but I had to Google him, CM Punk, and he's very tough guy.
Oh, let me tell you what. He came back in November a couple years, like maybe a year or two ago, and it was so shocking. I am so upset with my family because nobody recorded my reaction. I dropped to my knees. My knees were bruised because I was so excited he was back. After 10 years, like I'm that crazy freak.
Because he came from something else. He came from like UFC or something, right?
He was a wrestler first, then he decided that he wasn't going to work for that company. He left UFC, left to another wrestling company, and then came back home. And now I'm excited, and I'm waiting like clockwork to see when they're coming here. I live in Idaho in the middle of nowhere, so here's the other commitment. I literally have to travel 3 to 4 hours to go see a show. I either have to go to Boise or Salt Lake City, Utah to make it. And it's a thing. And I take my whole family. We're 6 of us. We all go. We all get a T-shirt. It's embarrassing, but, you know.
That's a good one, Daisy. Thanks for sharing that. You're the perfect example. Have a great day, and thank you for listening.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. 877-937-1047. Share with us something that you do as an adult, and it could be embarrassing, but you don't care. No better example than Daisy wearing her WWE championship belt around when she is not a wrestler.
It's awesome.
Check in with Johnjay and Rich. Hit the talkback mic.
You guys all know how much of a guitar player and fan of guitars Rich is, right? I mean, a couple years ago, I got him an autographed guitar from the Rolling Stones. You've got a room where the guitars are like in a temperature-controlled room.
That's true.
I mean, you are a guitar fan. I mean,
it's my favorite thing. And music is my favorite thing.
Yeah. So I'm watching this stand-up comedian the other day on TV, and something happens where it reminds me of Rich. Now, before we play the clip, I happen to also know that Rich has a story about Guitar Center. So I thought Rich could tell the story about Guitar Center, Rich. And if you don't mind, after the story, could I play the clip?
You may.
And tell me if it rings true, okay?
You may be right.
So what's the story?
So I had lunch with my buddy DJ, and we were meeting at like noon, and I realized it's going to be really early for the lunch. I call my wife, Stacy, and I'm like, what can I do for the next 45 minutes? And her list was terrible. It's like, can you go to the post office for me? Can you, stop by Safeway and pick up a prescription? Neither one of those are fun and totally out of my way. But I do know that there's a Guitar Center right down the street from where we're supposed to have lunch. I like to go in, look at new microphones, look at headphones, look at new guitars. So I pop in, and there's really nobody in the store. I go back into the acoustic guitar room. So they have some of the, normal people guitars out. But if you go into the acoustic room, that's the higher price stuff. You can find
fancy stuff.
Really fancy stuff. So I go in and I notice some things are kind of set up wrong. Like they got tags sticking out of guitar strings. So I pull a few of the tags out so people can play guitars because I want them to look nice in there. So I start playing a guitar and a guy walks in behind me and he's kind of noodling around on something. And he's like, hey, what do you think of these? I'm like, oh, those are okay. I go, they're kind of expensive. So I talked to him for a few minutes. I said, what's your budget for an acoustic? And he tells me that he's looking to spend about $1,000. I'm like, that's a lot of money. You could get a great guitar for that. How about this one? So I hand it to him. It's all out of tune. I'm like, let me tune it for you. So I tune the guitar. I'm like, what's your name? My name's Tim. I'm like, I'm Rich. Nice to meet you. We start talking for a while, and I'm handing him different guitars in his price range, and I'm tuning him for him before he plays them. And I pick the one. I'm like, you should buy this Martin guitar. So he's like, thanks. Your name's Rich, so I can tell him that you helped me so you can get credit? And I'm like, oh, I don't work here.
I know, as you were telling that, I was like, he probably thought you were an employee there.
I'm so used to, when I hang out at a guitar place, musicians just talk to each other. It's like no big deal. So I really thought he was like, well, what do you think? You're a player. I didn't think he thought I worked there. So I'm like, actually, I got to go for my lunch with DJ. So just, I grab the price tag, bring it up front, whatever it is. You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
You should go ask for your commission.
That was so funny.
I did walk out, and I told the guy kind of working the cash register, I'm like, hey, Tim's in there. He's going to buy the Martin guitar, the C80. He's going to love it.
So on Hulu, there's a comedian that dropped a special. His name's Bill Burr. He's got a lot of specials. Really funny guy. And, Rich bored goes to Guitar Center.
Yes.
I can't imagine ever doing that. It's never in a million years would I do anything like that. And I'm watching this comedian tell he's telling the story. And I just thought, oh, my God.
All right, well, I will give you the number one place to see sad men, Guitar Center. Oh, my God. One of the saddest places on earth. Failed, struggling musicians behind the counter. A bunch of men in loveless marriages or divorced just walking around looking at the guitars. Is that a custom color? Is it? Maybe if I add that to my collection, it'll fill up whatever this void is in the center of my
Isn't that hilarious?
That's funny.
The timing is like Hulu. It's like the algorithm following Rich. So he's got the Rich Barrett algorithm. But you're not sad.
No, I find
your
joy.
story is sad.
It is sad.
Thank you, Guitar Center. It's Johnjay and Rich.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. That's that me espresso.
Hey, Caroline.
Hi.
What's up?
I want you guys to try to guess if I was a kid or an adult with my story.
Oh, it's the reverse
Ready?
game. We always play Little Kid or Drunk Adult, where we play clips of people telling us a story. You want to tell us a story, we're going to guess, okay? Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, it was me, my twin sister, and our best friend, and we were in Nogales, Arizona, visiting, and we took a bus that didn't belong to us to go try to find somewhere that had a soda machine or sold sodas.
Little kid or drunk adult? Okay, Peyton, what do you think?
I'm going to say little kid.
I'm going little kid.
I'm going to say, did you do this last night? You're just trying to remember what's going on? Drunk adult.
I'm going to say drunk adult because if it was a little kid, I think it would make national news if you guys took a bus.
Find soda.
Okay.
So what's the answer?
Well, technically kid because we were 15.
Yeah, technically. And you say that you think that would make national news if a kid rode the bus?
Little kid.
My dad rode the bus, and Kadeem rode the bus when they were... Oh.
She said stole a bus. Why would it make national news if somebody rode a bus? Unless you're Rosa Parks.
Well, I thought you were saying a little kid. that's why I was like, what are you talking about? I feel like that's pretty normal. I back in the day, 5-year-olds were riding the bus by themselves.
Stole the bus.
Okay.
Stole the bus,
Okay,
baby.
I'm glad I obviously didn't hear that word right. Okay, you stole it. Okay.
We were cheerleaders at a game, and it was a new school in Nogales, and there was no machines that sold soda, and the water faucets didn't work. And so we were dying of thirst, and while the JV were doing their game, me and my sister and our best friend were varsity cheerleaders. We decided to borrow the bus, and we got caught.
Wow, that's a craziness.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get kicked off the team?
We were in a lot of trouble.
Did you get kicked off the cheerleading team?
Yeah, we were suspended, and Mr. McNeely was the coach, and he was, you girls really did it this time.
That's a great coach name, Mr. McNeely.
Yeah. I love how you're just cackling at that, Carolyn. That's amazing.
Well, we should open that up for anybody who has a story like
It
that.
could be a new game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
Well, thank you, Caroline. Thanks for calling in.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. So shoot us a text, and we could play a version of this game, little kid or drunk adult. But make sure you're a little kid. Like 15, it's debatable. What?
I have one for you guys. Tell me if little kid, drunk adult. I was on my friend's shoulders, and we were inside just hanging out. I was on her shoulders, and my head hit the ceiling fan and sliced my eyebrow open, and I had to have 11 stitches. And the reason why my eyebrow got sliced open was because my friend was like, duck. And I was turning around, and I turned around because I thought there was a duck, and I didn't actually duck. You know what I mean? Little kid or drunk adult?
Well, I can see how you would think it was a duck since you thought that nobody rides the bus under the age of 10. I could see that logical duck thing. Why is there a duck in my room?
I think you got to be an adult because if you're little kids, you wouldn't be as high as a ceiling fan until you were like, of age. So I think drunk adult.
Little kid or drunk adult? You say drunk adult. Kyle, what do you say?
Little kid.
I say little kid.
I was a little kid. Yep.
yeah.
Right on my eyebrow. I fill it in every day so you can't really see it. But I have a big old scar right in the middle of my eyebrow. Me and Charlie Puth are twins.
So it's like, why do you have that scar? Oh, I thought there was a duck in my room.
Literally. Yep.
All right. So text us. Text JJR and your story about little kid or drunk adult, and then we'll play the live version game with you on the air. So text JJR and your story to 96893.
Good morning. Wake up every morning. Start your day with Johnjay and Rich. I wake up with my favorite artist. Hey, this is Sabrina Carpenter.
What's up, guys? This is Post Malone.
It's Benson Boone, and you're waking up with Johnjay and Rich.
Ashley, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
We're going to play a game, and you're playing for Jonas Brothers tickets, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm the smartest in the room. I'm the smartest in the room.
Okay, here's how we play. We're playing Smartest in the Room. I'm going to give you a bunch of questions, and as many right as you can get in 30 seconds, you will get points. So you're going to go after John Jay, Kyle, and Peyton have a chance to answer theirs. And the countdown clock begins as soon as I ask the first question. John Jay, we start for you. 1 point for each president that you can name that is on Mount Rushmore.
Oh, God. Roosevelt, Washington, Lincoln.
A person who studies animals is also known as what?
A vet.
What is the award given by the Hollywood Foreign Press?
Gold Globe.
Who is the new current United States Attorney General?
Dave Fillmore.
How many strings on a standard bass guitar?
6.
What is the name of Snoopy's bird friend?
Woodstock.
What is the Italian term for pasta that is slightly undercooked?
Oh, God, I don't know. Penne.
Easter is coming. What is Jesus, our stepdad's name? Jesus' stepdad.
Joseph.
I'm going to give you that one. Just because you know Easter's on its way. We should do some religious talk. Okay, you missed a few there. A person who studies animals is also known as a zoologist. The new current United States Attorney General, that would be Pam Bondi. Bass guitar. Grant's a new bass player.
4 strings,
brother. And pasta that is slightly undercooked is al dente.
That's what I meant.
And of course, Easter, Jesus' stepdad is Joseph.
I said that. You gave me that one.
I
right?
gave you that one.
So you tell me a vet doesn't study animals?
A vet does,
Okay.
but I was looking for the term. We could fight that.
Also, I thought you said a basic guitar. Not a bass guitar. I swear to God. I thought you said a basic guitar has how many strings? That's what I thought. Would I have been right with 6? With a
You would have been correct with 6.
That's why I thought you said. So you might need to enunciate. You might need to taste every word.
Well, I do, but your hearing is a little questionable as well.
Taste every word. I had a radio class in college, and the professor would say that when you enunciate, you need to taste every word.
All right, Kyle, you're up. You ready?
Yeah.
30 seconds on the clock.
Kyle's in Europe? Rich, taste every word.
You're up.
Kyle, you are up.
You turned your damn headphones up. All right, here we go. Kyle, besides Tom Hanks, name a celebrity that you don't care for at all.
Tom Hanks' wife.
Name any team in the NCAA Men's Final Four currently.
Duke.
Name the Netflix show created by Shonda Rhimes about a murder in the White House.
A Scandal.
If you're watching a movie with a villain named Voldemort, what movie series might you be watching?
Harry Potter.
Name the only president who was never married.
Lincoln.
In what organ of the human body would you find an iris?
Your eye.
What is the name of the kid who abuses toys in Toy Story?
Butch. That's not his name. I know that. Randy. I don't know.
Okay. Let's see. The Shonda Rhimes show on Netflix.
The Residence. That's the new one. That's on Netflix, like number 3 right now.
The only president. Yeah, it's mid. The only president who was never married is James Buchanan, and the kid who abuses toys in Toy Story.
Sid.
But pretty good run.
That was really good.
Not bad. I think in full competition there. Peyton, over to you. What pop star is currently on tour with Kendrick Lamar?
SZA.
This city is mentioned in more pop music than any other city in America.
I don't know, New York?
In Greek mythology, who is the goddess of war?
Athena.
Who is the name of the Sydney Sweeney's former fiance? Looking for his name.
Oh, I don't know. Pass. Irrelevant, obviously.
What does IQ stand for?
Intelligence questionnaire.
Name a car company based in Japan.
Nissan.
Name a state besides Arizona that doesn't observe daylight savings time.
Well, roasted.
I didn't know anyone did that. I'm gonna say Utah, even though that's wrong.
Okay, so you actually did pretty good here.
Yay.
You said New York, followed by L.A.
Is that right?
Yeah, followed by Memphis, by the way, for songs mentioned most in songs. What is the name of Sydney Sweeney's former fiance, Jonathan Davino? And IQ stands for intelligence quotient.
Ah, it was close.
And any states that don't celebrate daylight savings, Hawaii and parts of Indiana. But good run for you, too. Not bad. That brings us to you, Ashley. You could run the table if you get all these right. Are you ready?
Oh, man.
Fast and furious.
Yes,
if you don't know it, just say pass, and we'll go to the next one and come back to it. So 30 seconds. What's the name of Elon's rocket company?
Oh, pass.
What movie just won Best Picture at the Oscars?
Oh, my gosh. Minecraft.
1 point for every judge you can name on the current season of American Idol.
Carrie Underwood was Brian, and I don't know.
Bismarck is the capital of what American state?
No, Bismarck? Oh, New York?
And Easter is coming. What religion was Jesus?
Christian.
I don't think he knew he was Christian. I'm sorry, I can't give you that one. He was Jewish. He grew up Jewish. Sorry about that. He converted to Christianity, but that was way after. Okay, Elon's rocket company is SpaceX. The name of the movie that just won the Oscars for Best Picture is Nora. You got 2 of the judges right. You missed Lionel Richie. Bismarck is the capital of North Dakota, and Jesus was Jewish. Okay, Grant, let's total them up. Who is the smartest in the room?
Guys, occasionally this game, it turns, the ending is a huge surprise, and we're all shocked. Today is not one of those days. Johnjay Van Ness crushed with 6 points.
I thought Kyle was going to win.
Suck it.
No.
No, Kyle won that one.
Argued, answered, corrected.
No, this is not corrected. Guys, I am the judge of this game.
You're rigging the game
in
over
real
there. Kyle
time.
definitely won.
No.
I answered more questions than you guys.
Yeah, and
That's
he
why I
also got more points because he got 1 point for every president listed on Rushmore. That's 4 points. He got 3 points there.
All right, I can see that.
Great job, John Jay.
Thank you very much. But Ashley, you can have the tickets to Joe's Brothers.
Yay.
Hold on the line.
Yay, thank you so much.
You got it. Thanks for listening.
I'm the smartest in the room. I'm the smartest in the room.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, It'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.